According to a royal author, the Princess of Wales harbored built-up resentment toward her sister-in-law, for whom she had to make a significant sacrifice. The walkabout conducted by Prince William, Kate, Princess of Wales, Prince Harry, and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, was the former Fab Four's first joint outing since the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's departure from the royal family. The Princess of Wales reportedly found it particularly difficult, according to recent claims, which came amid reports of tensions between the couples. The solemn outing was reflected upon by royal commentators Christine Ross and Christina Garibaldi, who noted the emotional toll it must have had on the royals. Ms. Ross and Ms. Garibaldi discussed the recent revelations made by royal author Robert Jobson in a recent episode of their podcast ROYALS. Mr. Jobson asserted in his recently released book, Our King, Charles IUI, The Man and the Monarch revealed that Princess Kate found it challenging to reunite with Harry and Meghan after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. The walkabout was initially perceived as the estranged royals putting on a united front, but Mr. Jobson cited a source close to the royal family who claimed that their cooperation was all an illusion. The joint walkabout was one of the hardest things she had ever had to do, the source continued, because the princess later admitted that there was ill feeling between the two couples. Mr. Jobson's assertions were supported by Ms. Garibaldi, who acknowledged the emotional weight of the public appearance, which happened just 2 days after the Queen passed away. She said, "They're mourning themselves. We've heard that the late Her Majesty the Queen and William and Kate got along well. Since they were so close, I'm sure that was a tragic loss. Then they had to appear brave, smile, and interact with these large crowds of people in public." She continued, observing that royal events are already overwhelming, adding, "Then you have this additional element of personal discord between the two couples. That must have been so challenging. The emotional strain and weight of it must have been so great." Outside the gates of Windsor Castle, William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan unexpectedly made a walkabout and greeted throngs of well-wishers. Reading the condolences that had been left for the late monarch, who, as Ms. Ross wrote, was loved by so many people, took up some of their time. They couldn't have broken down in tears as a normal person would have, since they wouldn't have been able to meet as many people as they had intended to, Ms. Garibaldi said, citing the difficulty of being composed in the situation. That must have added to the difficulty of the experience, in my opinion. At first, it was believed that only William and Kate would participate in the walkabout, but reports claim that the Prince of Wales unexpectedly invited his brother and sister-in-law to join them. At the time, it was known that there were tense feelings between the Sussex and Wales families. Prior to the Queen's health deteriorating, Harry and Meghan, who were unintentionally in the UK for charitable engagements, reportedly had no plans to meet any members of the royal family. The relationship between the sisters-in-law may have been especially strained after Kate had to make a sacrifice for Meghan, according to recent accusations. The Princess of Wales, who was denied the opportunity to visit the Queen one final time, allegedly harbored built-up hatred toward the Duchess of Sussex, according to Mr. Jobson. Kate and Meghan chose not to attend the funeral of the beloved monarch, while other members of the royal family traveled to Balmoral to be with her in her dying hours. Yet, according to Mr. Jobson's latest book, Kate desperately wanted to go there, but was asked to stay in London in order to prevent Meghan from going to Scotland. As the Queen's life dwindled, Harry insisted that Meghan go to Scotland with him, but the king insisted that it was solely for the children and grandchildren to be with the Queen, he wrote. He wanted to privately tell Harry that Meghan was not welcome, but he was unable to do so. As a result, he personally intervened and asked Kate to remain in the background to protect Meghan. Kate purposefully stayed away, but she yearned to be there with the Queen in her final moments, he continued. It has consumed Kate and caused her to grow bitter against Meghan. The last time the Fab Four were seen in the media was at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. According to what is known, tensions were still high, and the recent revelations made by the Sussexes, particularly in their Netflix documentary series and Harry's tell-all novel, have only served to widen the gap between the couples. The Duke of Sussex described his problematic relationship with his brother in the book Spare, and he implied that his wife and sister-in-law did not get along right away. While a reunion between Kate and Meghan is unlikely, King Charles IV and Queen Camilla's forthcoming coronation will be the brothers' first public appearance in 8 months. Buckingham Palace is happy to confirm that the Duke of Sussex will attend the coronation service at Westminster Abbey on May 6, according to a statement released last week. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet will stay in California with the Duchess of Sussex. Dan Wootton, a royal analyst, asserted on Twitter that Kate and William would be exhaling a sigh of relief after learning that Meghan will not be attending the coronation of King Charles IV, which is scheduled to take place on May 6. When Harry revealed his intention to attend Prince Philip's funeral, Mr. Wootton wrote, "Perhaps the late great Queen put it best when she said, 'Thank goodness Meghan isn't coming.'" He was alluding to Tom Bower's book Revenge, in which the author asserts a palace aide overheard the late Queen saying, "Thank goodness Meghan isn't coming."